Again, so today our theme, 我们的主题 our theme is Chinese wedding. So since everybody knows that we have a long history, so of course we have a kind of culture which which will emphasize our wedding. And before we officially start, I have a question. Like, I know that you are now a high school student, but did you ever imagine who will you marry and what your wedding would be? Okay, so if you have ever imagined this, can you share a little bit with us? No? Or you are too shy to share it? Okay, so I understand. When I was in high school, of course, if you let me to share what I want to, what kind of wedding I want to be, okay, what kind of wedding I'm dreaming of, okay, so I will be shy too. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so before the first, I'm going to. Okay, so this question is designed for the people who knows something about the Chinese characters. So we are going to begin from this. Okay, so Martin. 婚礼，对吗？婚礼 and this one.
婚礼
Also 婚礼，对吗？ Also 婚礼 ，OK， 婚礼 is a Chinese word that we say it's a wedding. But what's the difference between them? They both means wedding. Just one we used in the ancient time. Now one we use in the now. Charlie, do you have any idea? 你不知道 So what's the difference between these words? In their characters, in the shape. Polina? Yes?
The first one.
Yes, the first one. It's plus with something else. What's that? 女，对吗？好，女。Sorry? 女 means yes, woman, female. 女 means woman, female. So that's their difference. Okay, so between these two words, they both mean wedding. Just this one with a female. Why? Actually, it's a kind of development. Okay, so in the ancient time, we use this to means the wedding. Okay, so 婚礼. Okay, so because why? Because in the ancient time, 婚 it means anything about it means this one. You understand this word, right? It's hard to me to describe. Okay, so when sun is going down to the horizontal line. Okay, so that time it's down. And so the reason we call it this 婚礼 is because in the ancient time, in the ancient China, we held wedding in the downtime. Why? It is because like the downtime. It's a time between the day and between the night, and we emphasize the balance between the two times. So we think this is a good time to have wedding. That's the reason we call it 婚礼. And nowadays we gradually don't care. So we plus a new female. Okay, so now let's talk about what we are going to do to have the wedding. First of all, we will have this. Okay, 纳采. So during this very first process, we will have the kind of agent who help the male to go to the female's family to ask, can we marry your family's daughter? If it's okay, so we go to another process. Okay, 问名 means ask her name. Ask her name. Like the agent will ask the daughter's name first. Also ask her the time when she gave birth. Actually, his birthday, but time is more precise. It's more precise. So why? First of all, it's kind of funny. Okay, so we ask her name in case that we have same surname. In case that actually we are relatives. Okay, so you know that nowadays many countries forbidden that relatives to get married because in such cases we will give the sick babies, right? So in ancient time, Asian people also find this. So we have this process. 问名 to ask name. And second, it's a third process. 纳吉, what's that? Okay, so this is also very interesting. Okay, so 纳吉. Now we have the girl's name. Also, we have their birthday, right? And actually the precise time of their birthday. Okay, for example, which day we know, and which hour we know, and which minute. Okay, so precise. We have this three kind of information. Why? Because we are going to use it to do one thing. Okay, so it's hard to say. I will use Google Translation to help you to understand. Okay, so now we have the boy's birthday information, and also we have the girl's birthday information. Okay, so we are going to do this process to see if there in Asian, well, we believe that our birthday can decide our destination. It can decide our destiny. So we should know that if these two destinies match with each other, if it match with each other, it will be a great wedding. It will be a great marriage. If it's not, okay, so we cannot get married. Okay, so this is in ancient time. What we would go through. Okay, you see. Did you know this? Okay, we kind of call it 太极 or 八卦. Okay, so we use this to calculate. Okay, so if we are matched with each other in ancient time, of course it's not. Of course, I don't believe it. But in ancient time, people are ignorant, so we have such complicated process. And then afterward, if their destiny match with each other, we have our another process. 纳征. So what's 纳征? Okay, so in this process, the boy's family should give the girl's family some gifts as a kind of to prove that I don't know how to say that. Okay, so we will give gifts to be kind of improvement that to be our wedding, something like this. But what kind of gifts in ancient time? We have many different. We have many interesting cultures. For example, you know what's this? Libak. Okay, I learned some. Okay, so libak. In English, geese. The boys would give this to be the gift of the wedding. Why? Because do you know that libak? They're quite like human. For example, male libak. Okay, so male geese, they would only marry one female geese for their lifetime. Okay, so we use this to represent the loyalty of wedding. Okay, so I will only like to love you one forever, and so we like to use this. We like to use this, and even in some certain degree, geese are more loyal than human because even if they lost their couple, even if they lost their partner, for example husband or wife, they wouldn't go to find another one. Okay, so impressed by this, so we would use it to be the gift. But with the development of time, it's hard for us to catch the geese more and more hard. So some people gradually would use like chicken or goose to replace to be the gift. And except geese, also we would use deer and tea to be as the gifts, about a part of gifts. Okay, girls, we would ask the girl's family, is this time okay? And then of course, we have some special schedule about time. Okay, so for the time of the wedding, also we would do this. We would do this. We would do the process. Okay, so this is the book that we set our time, and we go and ask. And here is our last schedule. 亲迎. Okay, so now it's nearly the wedding. Okay, so on the day of the wedding, the boy's family. Okay, so we are going to the girl's family and to invite the girl to go to the boy's family. This kind of process. And during this process, okay, so now it's turned back. Not just the boy need to give the gift to the girl's family. Girl's family also need to give the gift, give back to the boy's family. What kind of gift? First one, this one. Okay, so this is called 樟木香. 樟木香. Zhang is kind of tree. I don't know. Do you know that? 樟. Do you know that kind of tree? Okay, so we would like to have a box with this wood, and a very interesting thing is if you are very wealthy, some family which are very wealthy, they would plant this kind of tree when the girl is just a child. And when she grows up, and it's time for her wedding, and then they would chop the wood and make this kind of box. And also, that kind of tree also have a very useful usage. That's because you have this kind of tree on your backyard, right? So the professional agent in the wedding, when she find this tree, okay, so she will know. Okay, so this family, their daughter are not married yet. Okay, so I can introduce her a good husband. So this is the first thing. Okay, so yeah, 樟木香. Okay, so afterward, this one it's actually it's not kind of gift. It's something we would drink during the wedding. What do you think it is?
Water.
Not water?
Alcohol?
Yes, alcohol. There it's a custom during at the southeast of China when it's like this. When you are going to have a baby and you find that she is a daughter, okay, some of the family they will make the wine themselves and then put it under the yard and then to put it maybe 18 years, maybe 20 years, and then when their daughter are going to marry a guy, okay, so they will put out this alcohol and to share it with all the guests. So I think I kind of think it's romantic. Okay, so and we call it 女儿红. 女儿红. 女儿means daughter. 红 means red. As you can see here. Okay, so the paper is red because in China red represents lucky and happiness and something like this. So we call this kind of wine. We call it 女儿红. 女儿红. 女儿红 is made of rice. Okay, so now let's go to the wedding part. So for the wedding part, okay, so it's a very, very long process. Okay, so we don't have time to share that so much and you will feel boring. So we'll just pick up some, I think, interesting part to tell you. Okay, so for the wedding part, we have 3 interesting things we need to do. Okay, so Okay, so do you know like how to say this kind of action? For example, like do you know this kind of action? No. Okay, so we kind of use this kind of action to show the respect to something or somebody, and then we call this action as 拜. Okay, so during the wedding process, we have 3 things to do. Okay, so first one, 一拜天地. Is firstly we would show our respect to the sky and to the earth, because without the nutrition of them, okay, so we cannot grow up. So first one is for this word, sky and earth, 天地. And second, 二拜高堂. Second, we will show our respect to our parents. Without their without them, okay, so we also as well we cannot grow up and to be like this today. And third, 夫妻对拜. Okay, so in this part, so girls would do this like to the husband, and the husband would do this to the girls. I kind of think it's kind of like in the Western wedding, that you will change the ring, right? I kind of think it's similar. Okay, so we show our respect to each other. Okay, so from now on, we are going to stick with each other for a lifelong time. Okay, so 夫妻对拜. And afterwards, we're going to have a process. Okay, we call it 结发. You know that in the Asian time, no matter the boys or girls, we would have our hair long. That is because we think that our hair, it comes from our parents, so it's precious. We should not cut it. We should preserve it. And so, no matter boys or girls, we both have long hairs. And during the wedding day, okay, so we will cut some of them, and to make some of them boys' hair and also girls' hair, and to stick to make knots together. In this part, we call it 永结同心. So from now on, we are one whole part. The husband and the wife. Okay, so we are one. So we make our hair together. This process we call it 结发. And then we would have a process we call it 交杯酒. As you can see here. To drink it like this. As for the meaning, of course, you would know. But this is the development of the time. As the very ancient time, we have an earlier version of 交杯酒. It's like this. Okay, we drink the alcohol this way. Okay, so do you know this? Hungary have this? No. Okay, so it's kind of plan. It's a kind of plan, and it's empty inside. And we cut it in two. Okay, so we can use it to hold the alcohol. We can use it to hold alcohol, and then we drink it together. Why? Because this plant, it's if you use it to hold the alcohol, it's not tasty. But alcohol itself is tasty. So we use this kind of process to show each other that no marriage is perfect. Okay, so it will mix the good things and also bad things as well. We should face it together for our lifelong time. So that's the reason we drink it like this. Okay, we call it 和气. And afterward, we will have this kind of 4 kind of food. And it's, okay, I'll try to read it, and I hope you can understand it. Okay, so, 4D mogulo. I think this one, 4D mogulo. And lotus makvak. This one I think, and this one, volosh Okay, this one too hard. This one?
Vörös, kolombin.
Do you know this one? Vörös kolombin.
I don't know, it's like it's not a Hungarian word, I think.
Really?
Colombian.
Let me find another word. Okay, this one. Datum. That's the red one, and we will dry it. Okay, we will dry it. See? And the last one is this one. I think maybe you don't know. It's a kind of fruit. Don't know that.
This. Repeat.
Longan. Okay, if you don't know it, it doesn't matter. Okay? It's just a kind of fruit which is popular in China. And why we eat this kind of food? Okay, so because they combine them together. Okay, so we have this four words. Okay, so 早生贵子，早生贵子。Okay, 枣红枣，花生，桂圆，莲子，早生贵子。Stick them together. Do you know what this phrase means? It means to have a healthy and good baby earlier. Okay, so we will do this first thing. 早生贵子啊，早生贵子。Okay, so after this, okay, so all the interesting costume of the wedding, I have shared them all. So, but I think if I just said with word, okay, so you don't get a deep impression. So I prepare some video for you to watch it. And first of all, we can watch a video of the wedding dress. Of the wedding dress of a 1,000 years its development. Why no voice? Okay, so as you can see through the video, okay, so in the ancient time, 1,000 years ago, okay, we have our own characteristics, but and with the development time and with the industry revolution, okay, so 100 years ago, okay, so China began to influence by the Western countries, and which includes our wedding custom. Okay, so some of them like to get married, like with a wedding dress, like how to call it. Okay, so you know that, right? Okay, so and also, but nowadays, we're trying to get it back, and you can see here. Okay, so nowadays. We both have this kind of costume, also as this kind of costume as well. So, this is our development of our wedding dress. So, do you have ever to have which dynasty's wedding dress do you want to try? Do you have like some kind of wedding dress that you think is beautiful and you want to try?
Queen one?
The which one?
The Queen dynasty?
Queen?
I think.
Oh, okay, so I think maybe this one? This one? No, this one?
Oh, not actually the one before that.
This one?
This one.
Okay, so yes. So nowadays, also as well, more and more Chinese people they are going to find their Chinese culture's clothes. You know, like one recently 100 years. Okay, so because we are influenced, so many people like to wear. We have to admit it's a modern clothes and fit to our work. Okay, so our industry, but we're going to find our Asian beauty. Okay, so 一拜天地 for this word, 二拜高堂 for the parent. Okay, so then last one 夫妻对拜 for the husband and for wife.
拜结连理，二拜有同心，三拜敬如宾，三拜之礼礼成，恭请新人正身入座。正天之座，成地之和，顺父母之意，从新人之愿，新郎出海礼，新娘戴真真，今日行婚姻大礼，结为夫妻，合为一家之。
Do you notice that they put they throw some nuts? That's what I just said. Okay, so how to say datum and Fodimoguro. Yes, that's kind of nuts. Okay, so to express kind of wish to have the healthy baby again.
子之手，与子偕老，天长地久，为尔家园。
Okay, so this is the whole wedding. Do you have any impression? Want to say something?
It was beautiful.
Thank you. And then, do you have any other kind of impression or question or something? No.
You need to know the rule for wedding.
Sorry.
So because in the wedding so many tasks or
Task.
little bit rule for the wedding, like nuts or this for the like all things.
Sorry. You can tell her in
Nagyon
English.
sok szabály van közte, és amit ugye mert így mondni meg kell tanulni.
So you have to learn a lot of rules before you go to your wedding.
Of course. So actually, you know, like if you want to hold like a classic wedding, okay, so in China, okay, so you are not the one to hold it, okay, so you should like to hire someone to help you to process all this. So also this is my kind of feeling of like China wedding. We have like a sense of yes, we have this kind of sense. Okay, so for us, this wedding is very serious. It's not just for the couples. It's for the two families. for the maybe also for the societies. Okay, so from now you are not just to live happily with each other, not just live. Okay, so also you need to take some responsibilities like this. So also, do you know like in China, like we kind of consider marriage to be a sign of grow up. You are not just grow up because you are 18. You are not just grow up because you graduate. Also, marriage is also a good important sign for you to be seen as grow up. So this is a kind of feeling. Your feeling is very right. Okay, so that's it. And my last question. Did you find this one? And
The hand fan.
and this one? Did you find that they are very similar?
The sign.
Sign.
This and this sign.
They're the same.
Yes. Huh?
They're the same sign.
Yes, it's the same. It's the same kind of sign. It's the same kind of sign. And actually, it comes from this Chinese picture. 喜. It had many good different meaning. I mean, first thing, happy. The second, good thing. Good thing. And third, like. Okay, so we like to use this word. And one special thing about wedding is during the wedding day, so we will patch many different kind of paper cards like this. Okay, so we don't just use this simply. Okay, we use the double of them to present the couple are going to get married. Okay, so we have 2喜. And we call it 双喜. So today, as a kind of activity, we're going to learn how to cut this 双喜. How to cut this 双喜. Okay, so go and okay, so first, so it will be look like this. It will look like this. The first one, okay, right? Take out your pen. I need to say you need a pen. Do you have a pen? Go ahead, here. I didn't think it. Okay, so we can cut it into a square. Okay, so now we have a square. And the second, do as the PowerPoint shows, I'm going to fold it twice. Like this. This is the first time. And then do it the second time. Okay, do it the second time. Fold it twice. Okay, so after this process, everyone finished? Yes, like this. See here, we have two folders. Okay, so now let's continue. We need to paint something here. Paint something here. So that's the reason I said you need a ruler and you need a. But wait a minute. Don't be for now. Okay, so here is something you need to pay attention. Okay, so here we get the folder, right? And then attention. Here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Here we got 1 and 2. Right. And the 5 side is this side. Okay, this side you should paint the 5, and this side which you cannot open 2. Okay.
Yes.
So this side which you can open. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this side you cannot open 1, 2 side. Okay, this. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Okay, so if you are. Okay.
Itt akkor majd odarazolod a kettőt. Arról van ez a kettő. A másik oldalt meg tudod nyitni, odarajzolod az összes.
So if you understand, now we can begin. Actually, the line inside you don't have to write. Okay, so just to make sure this part to make it, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so last one. It's best as the top, as the bottom of the paper. But since we already made it, okay, so let's try and let's see what we will do. Okay, let's see what we will do. So everyone finished?